Hi, I'm Kevin Yao. I'm Director of Finance here at Clari, and I'm going to share how you can save time and increase confidence in your revenue forecast by utilizing Clari instead of spreadsheets. Now, as a finance leader, I'm not here to tell you you can't use your spreadsheets. Like many of you, I appreciate how flexible, easy to learn, and how low of an investment a spreadsheet is. You know, whenever I need to do some quick analysis, I still open spreadsheets. But for the most important business process, our revenue forecast, I just can't rely on spreadsheets to be the one source of truth. With the acceleration of distributed teams, continued rapid developments in technology, and the ever changing market landscape, finance more than ever is relied upon to be a flexible partner while still maintaining our analytical rigor. Merely generating reports and reporting the numbers just isn't enough anymore. You need to be a strategic partner and have a point of view on the business. But you might ask, how do I get out of generating reports? How do I make time to be a partner? In a prior role, I've had to be the one to generate forecast materials out of its spreadsheets. This is maybe familiar to some of you. A common situation is your company has your forecast call on Monday. It's Sunday afternoon, you're refreshing data out of your CRM, whether that's Salesforce or another CRM tool, and putting it into some analytics tool such as Tableau, Docker, maybe Google Sheets. You might even have it all automated and think you're doing great. But what about having real-time consistent data? You might send out a weekly update with the current forecast. You're proud of yourself for chasing down your sales leaders for their top secret spreadsheet. You send it all, and by the time the forecast call happens on Monday, your data's stale. You might hear comments like, did my opportunity update get reflected? We made some changes this morning, and the dreaded, we can't trust the data. So how does Clari help? I'm going to show you a few ways I use Clari to spend less time updating information, sitting in forecast calls, and more time working on building a perspective on the business. Clari really allows me to understand all the scenarios that are having an impact on current quarter and risks and how much confidence I should have in future quarters. So the first view I have on the screen is the forecasting module. Every Monday, instead of updating a spreadsheet, I go through and see what's changed in the forecast. I can see that Jason has decreased his forecast week over week and how this compares to his quota. The important thing is this information is based on actual live inputs directly from our sales leaders, and it's the most up-to-date information. I can quickly also see among Jason's reports our sales VPs who's increasing or decreasing forecast. As a secondary indicator, I'm able to see how much pipeline they have and how this compares from a coverage perspective versus their quota and their commit numbers. I'm also, when inclined for large deals, I'm looking at the CRM score on the right-hand side over here to understand where there's potential risk in the quarter. I'm also taking an analytical approach. In Trend, I can quickly see how current quarter is tracking versus prior quarters. It allows me to see how much of the commit, best case, and pipeline that Clari is expecting me to close, which allows me to feel confident about our revenue forecast for the quarter. So how do I get confidence in what Clari is showing here, which is 41 million? Well, you can see that we've already got 25.6 million that's already closed, which is higher than in prior quarters at the same time. And what Clari is showing here is if we continue to convert our inventory at similar rates to prior quarters, we have the pipeline to get to 41 million. This is very important because it allows finance and the business to continue planning the quarter and investing in the business, knowing that we have high confidence that we will make this a revenue number. Now, another very important view to understand is how does next quarter look? Here I'm looking at Pulse, and what Pulse does is it provides an update every week based on pipeline and conversion rates on where Clari thinks we could land next quarter. This allows us to continually optimize and calibrate our budget and ensure that we're maximizing opportunities to invest. In addition, I'm often looking at suggested pipeline. This is Clari's AI telling us which we need from a pipeline perspective to hit quota. I want to see how much pipeline do we have? How mature is it? Where do we need work? How much should I be pushing and working with the marketing growth teams? And this really gives us an idea of where we need work going into next quarter. Now, this is just a taste of what Clari can offer you. As you explore more, you'll be able to configure your own dashboards, save custom views, and tailor the tool to your needs. Best of all, you'll never have to worry about formula errors or broken links. And as I said before, there's no way that I will be fully out of spreadsheets, and frankly, neither will you. And you can technically do everything I showed you in a spreadsheet, but doing so takes valuable time away from actually analyzing and using the data in front of you to make better decisions. It prevents you from being a partner in your business because you're spending time building and updating reports. You can uplevel yourself, your team, and your business by leveraging the clarity that Clari brings in your revenue forecast. Thank you all for your time. Hope you gained some insight on how Clari can help you as a finance professional, and hope to talk soon.